Hello everyone. You know, this channel has been dedicating to give more education or ways how immigrants live overseas. And the purpose is not just to go to America, to go to Europe, to go to Asia, to go to Latin America and just be at the bottom. The purpose is to go to those countries and reach your potential, your dream, and everything you expected to be. But above all is just to succeed. Doesn't matter what the definition of success in your end, that is the purpose. So, but we usually get a lot of challenges for people to succeed, and sometimes we get caught up because we don't see many people we know who have good stories of succeeding, what mistakes they have done over the years as immigrants, what challenges they have faced, and what if they give you the advice now, what are the things will be takeaways for you to be able to use as a blueprint to be able to succeed. So in that case, I'm planning to start a new segment on my channel where I'll be doing some interview with some of immigrants who have been here. They have become doctors, or they are working different kind of profession. They can give us some few challenges they have faced and how they have overcome those kind of challenges. They've been able to overcome those. But most important is, if they advise you, the person wants to come, you want to come here today, what are the things you need to avoid so that you can have a smooth way to be able to succeed. So with that case, I will start myself and mentioning just a few challenges or few mistakes which I've done. I wish I could know those few things very early on as immigrant. When I came here, it could make a lot of easier path for me to quickly succeed or to reach of what I want to become. Welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/IBMScholars. If you are first time to come across to my YouTube channel, is the channel where we share stories, inspirational, different ways to succeed, be going to overseas, start overseas life, but also through education, scholarship opportunities, writing books, losing weight, you name it, how to get a job, competitive ways, everything. We can be able to be positive vibes to everyone. So I'm going to share some few, like 4 to 5, 3 to 4, some of the mistakes or the challenges I wish I could know at a very early on in my life as immigrant. It could make a better sense. So let me start first of all by letting many people, we have to know that the average people as immigrant, I'm not talking those who you come here because their parents came here, you came as a teenager, you came as a young person. I'm talking you yourself processing ways to come here. Majority of people who are coming in these countries are average about 22 years old. Very few they can come after finishing high school to do bachelor degree, but majority they are coming here around the age of 20 something going up. So it is already an age. Some people they come even later at the age of 30 and above, but majority they come between the age of 22 and 30. I'm talking that's the majority, and some they start going up, the age is going up 35, 40, whatever, depending on whatever people. For my case, I came to America, I was almost 26, because I came 2008, I was born 81, so you can just try to see at that time, it was about 26 going to 27 at the time, because I came in August, my 27th birthday, I was already in America. So 1 month later, I was already here when I celebrated my 27th birthday. So basically my 26 years, I was in Africa. So that is a little bit, it depends on how you see it. It can be early, it can be late. There are advantages of coming a little bit at that age. There are disadvantages of coming to that particular age. The advantages of coming a little bit late in your life is because you have already experienced so much things. You have endured so much challenges in your own country, be it in Africa, be in Asia, be in Latin America, or some other North America country, like Mexico, whatever. So you have endured so many challenges. You have different perspective of life. You know what you want, you know how to get it. I mean, no matter challenges you are going to face, sometimes you have find a ways to come back or to go up and be able to succeed. So those are the advantages. For instance, for myself, by that age, there are so many things I cannot just be tempted to do just because of the mob or because of just the friends, because I'm not in the teenage life, like where when you see your friends are smoking cigarette, you want also to smoke. I'm not going to do that. If I'm not going to the club, I'm not just going to the club because my friends want to go to the club. So I'm already at the age of maturity where I can do my own thing and stay focused. So that is the advantage. For the younger people, they have their own advantages and disadvantages. So those advantages, when you come a little bit older, you are matured, you know what to do, you know how to compete, you know how to keep yourself focused with all these kind of challenges. Disadvantage on my case, as I said, I came a little bit late. Despite the advantages, I came at the time, still the internet was not that big, because 2007, 2008, there was not about social media. Facebook was just starting up. So especially in Tanzania, the media was not that, like you can see so many information right now. You can be in Africa, you can be in Asia, you can be wherever, you can be on your phone and just try to know what is credit card, how do you go, how do you learn everything on YouTube, even before you come here. So we didn't have all those information about everything we want to know about how to succeed in America. There were no YouTubers at that time who can be able to break down things like how I'm explaining to you right now. So we have limited information at the time, which is advantages for the current people who are coming now. That means everything is already online. You can know, you can read some blogs, you can see on the news, you can just go and download the materials, you can get free books, you can prepare your blueprint even before coming here, and you can be able to succeed. That's the advantage of coming right now. But at our time, we didn't have all those kind of things, so it was a little bit challenging. So for instance, myself, the biggest challenge was the issue of money, the saving culture. Remember, I came directly from the university. Like, I was a student finishing the university on May, then on August, get into the flight, come to America. And since then, I've been here. So it's a different, like you come, you are a student, whatever, your life is just using the money you are getting, pocket money at school, going to college, you are using the student loan, using that, whatever. So your culture is a spending culture. Yes, you have the money you are saving so that you can buy food, accommodation for school, things of that nature. But basically, you haven't been in a position to have experience of the saving culture. Even for the people who are professional right now in many African countries, we don't have the proper culture of using money and saving with the purpose of the let's say like goals, bigger goals. That's why, for instance, I'm giving an example. It is very common when you go to the bar, which is a very common thing in many developing countries. You go from work, you go to the bar, you just, oh, you're with your friends, oh, give the beer, everybody, I'm going to pay. You cannot do something like this when here, just, oh, round up, everybody. That is, yes, it's cool on that way. It's a good way of life, taking care of your friends, supporting them. But sometimes when it comes to the proper money management, it is a problem. Once you come here, if you do that, you're going to be broke. You cannot have that lifestyle here. So there are certain things in the money behavior, how we use the money, how we respect the money, how we can invest the money for the future. The way we did it over there is different from here. So you need to learn a lot about how to use money in terms of saving and also like the kind of like proper culture of thinking ahead, and when you save something on the bigger purpose, that will be something to learn about, because you can be caught up with the shopping. There are so many advertisements, there are so many things, and you can purchase online from your home, whatever. So there are so many things which can be able to get your attention away from being focused. It happened to me. I don't know if for your particular case, but what I want to explain, that is one of the challenge on me when I came to America about saving or money usage particular, because the money here is specific. If you, the money, there are bills like specific, this electricity, water, whatever, apartment. So you get good money, yes, but the full amount you get from this, it is going back out. But so if you start going to the bar and okay, distribute like how it is, you go to the restaurant and just to pay for all your friends, you might end up in so much trouble and start having unnecessary debts. And that's, we have seen so many people have a lot of debt here, especially immigrants, because of this particular problem. which takes me to the point number 2, the credit card. Many countries around the world, especially developing countries, we don't have the credit card system, which is kind of like another way of getting loan. So there are 2 things. There are either people don't want to use the credit card because they do not know what it is or the importance of credit card. They are using cash. So by using cash, which myself, I came to 2008, I think for the first 2.5 years, I've never used the credit card. I didn't know what is credit card. So I started using credit card in the middle of 2015, 2010, almost the end of 2010. That's when so 2.5 years, 3 years later, I didn't use credit card. I used cash. So by using cash, it has impact on my credit score. That means if I could know earlier that the credit card is what, how do you maneuver, how do you pay it on time, how to do everything, that means I could build the very good credit score, and which can help you to get good apartments, good job, to help you with the loans, auto loan, home, whatever. That's number 1. But the other part of the credit is there are those people who do not know what is credit. They are not going to use. They are using their actual debit card to get everything they want, their actual money. They think that is a safe way, but in the American way, that is not a safe way. So you have to know, as an immigrant, you want to come here or you are already here, learn how to use, how to utilize your credit and get the better credit card. It is a game how you can play very well to have a very good credit score. But the other problem of credit is immigrants, we come here, even myself, when I started using the credit card, you don't use in a proper way. You have a card, you can go to the movie theater, or you buy a ticket to go to your country in Tanzania or in Africa, whatever country you are coming from. You have a credit card, you are going to eat in the restaurant, you are going to the movie theater. You are using the things which are not intended for. In the end, the utilization of the credit card goes even to 80% or 90% of your credit card utilization. So that means you create liability in your life. So you need to know how to properly, what is credit score, how to start, how to improve the credit score, what to avoid to tank down your credit score. So those are the things we wish any immigrant, whether international student, whether you are green card, whether you are a citizen, but you are immigrant, you need to know these things very, very early. Because while I came at the age of 26 in America, most of the kids here, maybe at the age of 16, their parents already opened the credit card for them. Or the age of 18, they have credit card. So if they have 18 credit cards, yes, they have done their own mistake, and they'll be able to do a lot of things down the road, which will be able to stop at whatever it is. So okay, so the other problem which immigrants are facing, myself I was facing, up to now I'm facing, is the issue of the retirement plans. Because we came here as very, very late, so we don't have the way on being in a position to start very early to have the plans. So sometimes you come as an international student, your main goal is to be green card holder. So you don't focus about down the road how I can be able to retire down the road. Maybe after 4, 5 years, 8 years, some people, they can take even 10 years, you become green card holder. After being green card holder, you are starting fighting to buy a house. So then, after having the house, you already maybe at the age of 45, sometimes, or 50. Then, okay, so, the retirement. So that's the problem. We are starting retirement plans very, very late. I'm now at the age of 39. Asking me how much do I have in my bank account, how much do I have as a retirement. I can say almost nothing. Yes, I have a house which it still is a mortgage, but that is the only bigger something I can use as a retirement. If you sell it, you can whatever. But in the end, I need to have actual saving. Yes, there is 401k, there is those kind of saving you have, but we need to have more tangible things as a saving. At this age, I'm supposed to have, because I'm just like, you need to have a very clear plan, how much you contribute. Apart from that, what your personal money you are going. So there are so many things we need to have a very quicker way to make sure that we are doing the retirement plans as soon as possible. Otherwise, that's the problem we are going to have. You are at the age of 65. You are still going to work at McDonald's, you are still working at Walmart, at just shaking people's hands, greeting people so that you can continue to be paid the minimum wage at that late age in your life. So that is something we need to do a lot of plans and do as soon as possible to do the retirement. Myself, I started the retirement plan, like really planning, like, okay, now I have to think about planning the year 2018. In the year 2017 is when I purchased the home. So after coming here, then becoming green card holder, becoming a citizen, starting doing whatever, everything I had, then purchasing the home 2017. Okay, now is end of 2018. It's okay, I'm starting, what are my plans? It can be seriously thinking about retirement. So that is late. Yes, it is the advantage of being late. That means you can go more aggressive, but it's good to know these things very, very early. So even if you're an international student, you can find what are the other ways you can start investing. You can start buying shares or stocks, whatever. There are all those kind of things you can start learning. Even if you're an international student, you are not, I mean, there is no that because you're an international student, you cannot do stock. You can do like Econ, whatever, those kind of things. You can go online, buy stock here and sell, whatever. You can start doing few things. If I could know very, very early, I could do so many things like writing books, doing YouTube, everything, writing blogs, whatever. In a very serious way, I could do all these things very, very early. But it is too late. So I don't want you to come here as immigrant and be this late to all these kind of things. So from day one, what you are doing, like you are an international student, think about retirement, whether you are going to retire in America, retire in Europe, retire in your own country in Africa, you can be able to do that. There are so many resources on YouTube. There are so many books about retiring early. There is something is called FIRE, is something where people, they are doing the financial independence, early retirement, yeah. So it's called the financial independence, retire early, FIRE, something like that. How aggressive you can be able to save the money and how you can be able to retire early. Because there is no a law or the logic that you must wait until you are 65 to retire. As long as you make money, what you can project you need, you can retire even at the age of 20. So that is something you need to know. You don't need to wait until the age of 65. Myself, I'm planning in the next 5 to 8 years to retire. So I have to be everything very aggressive. So when I retire, that I don't do any other work, I can be doing something for fun, like doing my YouTube. I can be writing books. I sell books, whatever. But it's not like I have to be going to work every single day in the next 5 to 8 years. That will be my goal. I want to be financially independent and have the full retirement early. I don't need to wait until the age of 60 something. Every single day I have to wake up to go to work, despite whether there is rain, whether there is snow, whether there is everything. I can do things on my own. So that is something else I learned in a hard way, but very, very late, which I don't want you to do the same mistake. And the last thing, we have kids. When you have kids, I didn't know at the beginning, there are college funds. You can start creating saving. There are so many platforms. You can start saving very early. For your child is born today, to save for the money for that particular child to start college. Because when at the age of 17, you have been saving the money for 17 years, and that money, because it's a pool, is going to get some interest. That means they can be able to get a good education. I'm late on that. And most of immigrants are late on those kind of areas. Because public school, kindergarten to high school is free, we take it free, and we forget that there is college. In the end, we end up with our kids to take them to community colleges. There is nothing wrong with community colleges, or the colleges which, because they are cheaper, not the college your child wants to go, not because the college your child wants to have certain particular program. If your child wants to do, let's say, the program in engineering, but there is no college around in public school, public college in your state, you have to force your child to take another program because you cannot afford to take it to private university where you can be able to, because you didn't save. So let's try to make sure that while we are creating the dreams for our kids and ourselves, we have to have all these kind of things ahead of our game. And one last thing is, while we are having the salaries we are receiving every single day, if we are doing we are doing like kind of like job wise, what other ways do you have to get other income? You need to diversify your sources or the ways of getting money, whether through stocks. I do not know. I just do like a small here and there. I'm not very good. I have to start learning. That is my goal in the next 5 years, to keep slowly but learning more. Do you have any other business like on eBay, on Amazon? Do you have like agricultural business in your own country? Do you have a store? Do you have investment in animal keeping? What do you do? Any other thing to gain money? Do you have maybe like consulting business on the side? You are the medical doctor. Do you have your own practices separately? What other things do you do exception of just waiting for your salary? So you need to have those kind of things, other channels where you can get more money. That means even it can reduce your stress. Because now when you are here, you end up being respecting your boss so much because you don't have any other option. What if I lose this job today? Yes, you'll be able to get another job somewhere, but how long will that take while you are struggling here and there? So to avoid that, you need to have other avenue of getting some extra income, which you can use those avenue to save more for your college, for your kids. You can use those one for saving more money for your retirement, or putting some on special kind of investment, like certain kind of stocks, certain kind of like bonds, all those kind of things where you can be able to generate more money for early retirement. So those are the few things on my end, on my lessons I've been able to learn from here, for the time I've been here, and the challenges I've been facing, which I want for you. If you are coming to US, or you are going to Canada, or you are going to New Zealand, Australia, Europe, China, whatever country you are going, you have to get the opportunity to study all those countries before you go, and to make sure that how are you going to take the opportunity to succeed. Because if someone explained to me everything like this one from day one I arrived in America, or before I arrived in America, man, nowadays I could be someone else. But I didn't know these kind of things. These kind of things came down the road later. For instance, like joining the military, the advantages of joining the military, I came to know 4 years later after being in the US. Oh, if you join the military, you can get the VA home loan, you can get education, you can get this. That was too late. You see the problem, what I'm trying to explain to you. Different from if I could know everything in advance, it could be a different story. So I don't want you to do the same or similar mistakes. So thank you so much, and all the best for preparation for you to become someone who can be able to benefit. Thank you.